Hey there, and welcome. This is Nang from 7 Storms. So, you want to learn a little more about what search is all about and what it can mean for your business? Let's get started, shall we? Here's the agenda. Number 1, why search traffic matters. Number 2, does search work for you? And number 3, the 7 Storms strategy. Let's get started with the first item on our agenda, why search traffic matters. Every day, there's over 5 billion daily searches on Google alone, which accounts for 80% of web search volumes from the internet. Number 2, as well as an additional 5 billion daily searches on YouTube for videos. 3, search is targeted. Your website shows up when a highly qualified customer in need of your services performs a search with very specific keywords, such as Dentist Sacramento or Attorney Sacramento. Number 4, search builds branding. People typically perceive businesses on the first page as being more reputable with higher quality products and/or services. 5, search is trackable. Unlike other channels such as television or radio, with search, all clicks to your website via organic or paid methods are recorded and can easily be reported. Here, we'll go over the types of searches, the differences, and usage. There are essentially 2 types of searches, organic and paid. We'll start with organic. Number 1, organic traffic. Essentially, organic results is what happens when someone types in a keyword and Google returns a list of the most relevant websites. Free, meaning for organic search, if your website is ranking, it does not cost anything when someone types in a keyword and performs a search. Receives more clicks. From a recent study performed by Group M, UK, and Nielsen, the results show that 94% of users click on organic listings versus only 6% for paid. And what's even more revealing is that most people who click on the ads were over the age of 55. Next is that 93% of people who performs a search will click and stay on the front page. So as you can see, it definitely pays to be on the front page of the search engines. And the last main point for organic traffic is that it's a long-term strategy. Organic search can take from about 3 months to well over a year to implement, depending on how tough the competition is. But as you can see, once your website is ranking, it is well worth it. Okay, now that we briefly went over the organics, let's go over paid search, otherwise known as AdWords, pay-per-click, PPC, etc. So how paid search traffic works is simple. When someone types in a keyword, Google will return results that is usually based upon a combination of a very high bid per click and how relevant it thinks the website will be to the person performing the search. Ads only receive about 6% of all clicks, compared to organic, which, if you can recall above, gets 94%. Shares percentage of total search volume. To keep this very basic, if there's a total of 100 searches for this keyword, Google will only allocate a percentage of it for your ad, like 20 impressions, for example, because you're competing with other advertisers for that same keyword. So technically, your ad will not be displayed every time someone searches for your keyword. Paid advertising can be used to drive traffic to fill in the gap for keywords that you currently don't rank for organically. Once you start ranking organically, you can stop this campaign. Short-term strategy. So to sum it up, paid ads are great for when your website is not ranking organically for your primary keywords or for other keywords that you may have a hard time ranking for. So there you have it, the 2 types of search traffic, and as you can see, both strategies can be utilized to work separately or in combination. Alright, so that was why search traffic matters. Now we're going to item number 2, does search work for you? To find out if search actually works for you, we'll begin with your market. For this simple exercise, we'll choose a bankruptcy attorney in Sacramento, California, but it can practically be any company anywhere around the world. Now, if we go to our keyword research tool, you can see that I have looked up Sacramento bankruptcy attorney, and these are all the results for it. On the left column is the keyword and variations. In this column are the monthly search volumes for each keyword. So for our example of Sacramento bankruptcy attorney, there's an estimated 500 searches for that each month. And to the left of that is the CPC, or cost per click, from Google AdWords for each value. So for example, again, of Sacramento bankruptcy attorney, the CPC is currently estimated at $40. Therefore, any bankruptcy attorney advertising with AdWords can expect to pay about $40 every time someone clicks on their ad. We are now in Excel, and I have exported that data we collected earlier along with other searches and tallied, as well as cleaned up irrelevant data. And as you can see, we have a total number of 1,570 for bankruptcy related searches per month in Sacramento. I just want to note that this was a quick keyword research on just bankruptcy alone, but there's usually more when we perform an extensive keyword analysis. This gives you a good idea of how many people out there are searching for just this one service in the city of Sacramento. So that was number 2, does search work for you? Now let's go to number 3, the 7 Storms strategy. At 7 Storms, we have realized that there's more to search engine optimization. We leverage only the best industry tools and practices. They mix in our secret ingredients for the best results. For example, we don't focus strictly on rankings, but rather on growing the entire organic footprint, as you can see over here on this image to the right. And this organic footprint revolves around 3 things: queries, impressions, and clicks. So what is a query? A query is us extending the number of organic keywords on your website so that it has a bigger footprint of results for Google to return. This means your website will be relevant in a wider range of keyword searches, and in many cases for terms you may not even be aware of. Impressions. Impressions are like advertising. It's the number of times your website will be displayed when someone searches for products or services. So the more impressions we can get you, the more clicks you will receive. So as you can see, by increasing your digital footprint and growing the queries and impressions, this leads to more clicks, higher rankings, and ultimately more return on your investment. And lastly, a little about 7 Storms. We are based in Sacramento, California, a Google partner, and currently have a 4.9 out of 5 stars rating from Google. We also have many LinkedIn recommendations from customers and industry professionals. So if you look to the right side, you will see our current rankings. We pretty much rank at or near the top for all major search keywords in Google and even YouTube. So if we can compete and rank at the top amongst other agencies, we can do the same for you. In closing, I would like to thank you for your time, and should you have any questions, please feel free to reach out and contact us. Thank you and have a great day.